Agger's View is brought to you by PureMTGO.com and MTGOTraders.com. Okie dokie, so we're here for a daily with Blue Black Control on the right after Ali Antrazi won Nance with it, so I want to see how the deck rolls. It looks pretty nice. We're going to start off with an Inquisition here. Next turn we can leave Mana Leak, or just play Creeping Tar Pit and play another Inquisition, depending on what he is. So he's going to be a mono-white aggro deck here. Getting rid of that Squadron Hawk's going to be nice. We're also going to want to get rid of the Honor of the Pure, I think. He's got 3 planes and a Leonate Relic Order. So I click the Squadron Hawk, but my computer's bugging out. So we'll pause this. Okay, and we're back. And we'll let him have his turn. So, seems best to, we're going to want to play the Creeping Tar Pit before the Solemn Simulacrum comes down. Yeah, I think we'll just Inquisition here again, and take away the, Honor the Pure. Revoke's not going to be a problem. He can revoke our Psalm. That's going to be fine. And that's going to be a nice setup there too. So we'll pass the turn back to him. And we're not going to Mana Leak that. I don't see any reason to play Solemn Simulacrum just yet. Well, actually, no, we're not accelerating in anything, and he's going to get removed instantly, so there's no really reason to do it right now, in my opinion. I guess we can, yeah, we'll go for it now. Seems about right. Because we're going to want to Black Sun Zenith next turn. And we'll be able to do that with Mana Leak up. So we'll get another island. So we have a Swamp in hand. Revoke. Okie dokie. That's annoying. We can still Black Sun Zenith and keep up Mana Leak. Making sure we play around Tectonic Edge as well. What this deck really wants to do is land a Jace after it's stripped your opponent's hand. Oh, Tectonic Edge. Okie dokie. Unfortunately, we will not be able to enthrall Dawn of the Pure. And actually, if he gets rid of his Tectonic Edge, we might. So let's just make him get rid of his Tectonic Edge right now. I mean, we'll have to wait a turn, but it depends on what he draws. Yeah, we'll just counter that. find a Jace here. We could also just get the Inquisition. We'll put the Doomblade on the bottom, but we get the Inquisition, bounce his Honor of the Pure back to his hand, and take it away. So he's got a Dismember in his hand, we gotta remember that. But otherwise we're fine. I don't want to give away we have a Tectonic Edge. If we draw a land next turn, it won't matter. Okay. So we're looking for Titan or a Sphinx right now, or Beleren, or a Planeswalker like that. And I tapped wrong. I thought I had. Okay. So we're going to exile from his hand here. His best out is Oblivion Ring at this point, so we'll see. Otherwise, he's probably just dead to this. Squadron Hawk would not be bad either. Student Warfare is not going to do enough on its own. Probably should have leveled it. Well, let's just play right here and exile this. Having two forms of removal is probably going to beat most anything he can do. We got to make sure Karn stays up high enough to exile Mirror Crusaders as soon as it comes in play. But otherwise, besides Oblivion Ring and a Squadron Hawks, those are the ones I don't want him to draw right now. Elite Vanguard I don't care about. Blade Splicer is kind of annoying. So we'll exile from his hand and get rid of his Dismember. And we'll pass back to him. Luckily, Karn's been saving us from getting flooded here. And we got the game. As soon as he stopped drawing threats and drew another land, he was pretty much dead. So, that was nice. Okay, so here, we're going to make some changes. Black Sun Zenith is very nice. This is not a real archetype, so I don't know exactly how we should sideboard against it. Priest Strider's probably not going to be... It's meant for red decks, essentially, I think. Wormcoil Legend might be good, but he's playing Revoke Existence. I don't know if he'll take it out, but Revoke Existence main is kind of weird, so that may mean that he's not fully on top of how to play. He's just looking for some free wins off of exiling some artifacts, so I think we'll want Disfigures for sure. Actually, I almost think we're good enough main deck here, really. Yeah, there's nothing I really see. I mean, Disfigure's nice, but most of the stuff in his deck that's disfigurable is just better to Doomblade. Well, a lot of his stuff can grow out of Disfigure, or it doesn't get hit by Disfigure. I don't think he uses Surgical Extraction to remove Squadron Hawks. That usually seems like a bad play. But he may. That may be the reason he has it. I don't know. But I think we'll be fine as it is. Like this, we need to take out one card. I think we'll take out the... probably the Mana Leak. I love how MTGO does this to me. Okay, so Mana Leak's up there. I mean, we'll want the mana leaks because I want to counter. I want to try to counter any Honor of the Pyrrhs he plays, and it's good against Mirror Crusader as well. Inquisition's obviously great against his deck. I think we're gonna be fine like this. I don't want Duress per se because he can have all creature draws. Despise might be a good one here. I don't think he's got any planeswalkers. I might want to bring Despise for another mana leak. I like the End of the World just because it gives me an extra way to get rid of a Mirror Crusader for a while. Okie dokie, that hand looks just fine. I need to get rid of that foil land though. Lead with Despise. So he's got Hero Blade Hold and Blade Splicer in there. Blade Splicer is probably going to be the strongest out of all of those. Because we have the answer to Hero Blade Hold in our hand. And I'm not worried about Leonin Relic Order. It's just a bear in this matchup. And if he exiles a Solemn Simulacrum with it, it's more likely to give us more of an advantage than him. So he can Honor or Relic Order here. Yeah, that's probably the right play. But we do need to find a Black Sun Zenith or Consume the Meek pretty fast. Inquisition actually is great because that'll be fine. So we slowed his clock down by what? That was an extra 2 power on his creatures. Would have been 6 power attacking as opposed to 4. So he slowed his clock down considerably by getting that. The Solemn's going to do well. So let's preordain and see what we have coming up. If we can find a second removal spell, we can use a Doom Blade on one of these guys. We're not going to need any of those lands. Inquisition in his hands, Hero Blade Hold, and just something. I don't know what it is right now. It could be... Well, it's an unknown card. It's either another Plains or... Yeah. So we can't really use Inquisition right now. Just keep up Doomblade mana for when he plays Doomblade next turn. I mean when he plays Hero next turn. So he drew at least one Plains. We know he had a Plains for sure because he hit his 4th land drop. We do need to find some answers to stuff in play, though. Okay, he's gonna pass. He thinks we have a mana leak, apparently. So we'll just play Solemn. Probably should have gotten an island off that, actually. I don't think it'll matter at this point. We have 3 blue. But it could. So here's Hero. I'm expecting. No? If the last card in his hand is Revoke, that'll be kind of awkward, but it won't matter really. Oh, he's just waiting to attack first, which is right, obviously. So we'll block Leonin Relic Order. because this guy's got 1 toughness and it'll be easier to kill with a Lexan Zenith, say. The worst thing you'd have is like Hero Blade Hold and another Elite Vanguard or something. Oh wow. That is pretty bad for us. We're kind of low on answers right now. He might have had that Student of Warfare in his hand, or he might have just top decked it, so it wasn't the wrong play to hold the Inquisition. Kind of flooded though. We're pretty toast at the moment unless we draw out of this. I guess I shouldn't get greedy here. If he has a Stave Off in his deck, I don't want to get instantly destroyed by it. So we get hit for 5 here. We have 1 more turn if we chump block Creeping Tarpit. Yep, just 1 more turn. We're going to need 3 mana to keep Creeping Tarpit up and 2 mana Mana Leak, so I guess we can use Inquisition here, actually. I mean, if he has Dismember in his hand, we need to get rid of that now. Okay, so let's hope to top deck a Titan or a Consecrated Sphinx. No, Consecrated Sphinx won't help us. Oh, he drew a Tectonic Edge? Wow. Good game, sir. We wouldn't have anything anyways. So that's fine. Don't want to bring in Disfigures, because if he lands a Honor the Pure, a lot of our stuff just doesn't. Disfigure doesn't kill a lot of the things in his deck. So let's just keep it like this. I just think we got a little flooded there, which can happen. Actually, you know what? That doesn't matter now. Oh, it might still. We might just want the Disfigures. I'm being really flippy-floppy on this, aren't I? I mean, Mana Leak is nice, but I'm going to be tapping out a lot against this guy. And technically, if that lasts, no, it wouldn't have saved us any time. This figure does help Jace out, though, so we'll try that. Getting a Jace online would be really nice in this matchup, because they don't have any good reach. And he's taking a while, so I'll pause it for y'all. Okay, he's back. We will play first. That hand looks just fine. No mulligans. We wanted to preordain into some removal or Jace. None of those. Okie dokie, that's fine too. Next turn we can Creeping Tarpit and Inquisition. So he's got 2 Squadron Hawks. There's no use in taking a Squadron Hawk. We'll just take a Blade Splicer. Blade Splicer's pretty aggressive. Drawing that Tectonic is just kind of lame. So he gets 2 more Squadron Hawks. And 1 more land. So we're going to have to make the most out of this Black Sun Zenith. Thankfully he doesn't have a lot of great stuff in his hand at the moment, though he will be drawing into some. Next turn, Tectonic Edge. If he taps out, I will swing Creeping Tar Pit into whatever. Oh man, he played Blade Splicer. I was hoping he'd play some more Hawks first. Well, that's actually fine. Since we have Dismember, that'll buy us a lot more time. There's no reason to wait here. He's not going to put an aura on it or anything. Mirror Crusader, very annoying again. So he's got 6 power on board. I really need to catch, with all this mana flood, I need to catch another turn of nothing, so let's get to attacking him. Hopefully he'll start playing more stuff into the board, because if all we have is Black Sun Zenith, we're going to need more than what we got. Thankfully he didn't have an Aura of the Pure. But him not having land is actually hurting us, because it's stifling his ability to play threats. And we even play all his threats out early because all we have is Black Sun Zenith. So the fates are turning against us right now. Man. Well, that was the right play on his part, but this is really bad for us. Okay, finally a Jace. If it's just a Squadron Hawk, I'll be happy. The Integral Order would be annoying, but I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing to happen. Yeah, there you go. So he's got a lot of stuff in his hand. 2 Mirror Crusaders, that's very annoying. He had a Hero Blade Hold. We'll get rid of him 1 Mirror Crusader. There's also Student Warfare that we have to worry about. But he's a lot easier to answer than Mirror Crusader. We haven't drawn a Consecrated Sphinx or a Titan this whole matchup. Kind of annoying. He's attacking me. I think it's a wrong play. The Jason board. I guess he's got a Mirror Crusader though, so who knows. Oh, it's just another Squadron Hawk. I guess he can play Student Warfare too. Black Sun Zenith is nice. Conceal the Meek is nice as well. So the question is, which one's going to be better? Black Sun Zenith can kill. Hero Blade Hold, Consume the Meek cannot, so I guess we should wait to consume the Meek here. Also, we might be able to catch him. Leving Lapis, Steel Unit Warfare. In fact, if he attacks us, oh, he's attacking Jace, okay. If he was just going to attack us straight up, I would have just let him through. But I need that Jace in play. So he's got a Mirran Crusader, Hero Blade Hold, and 2 Squadron Hawks in his hand. No, 1 Squadron Hawk. I should have remembered what he had in there. More land. Okay, so we need a +2 here. We gotta keep this Jace on board. There's another Black Sun Zenith, very nice. So we have access to 8 mana this turn. Cost 6 mana to get rid of Hero Blade Hold. We can actually Tectonic Edge one of his lands away. And my computer's slowing down again. This is not good. I'm kind of running out of time. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we got a nice little setup right now. We need to find a Titan to finish this out, or a Consecrated Sphinx. Hero Blade Hold, or Mirran Crusader, Mirran Crusader, okay. Okay, land. That's enough of you. Well, we'll actually let this go here. With what we have in our hand, we can't afford to just kill a Mirran Crusader. If he honors the pure, we get hit for 6. If he attacks us for 4, that's fine too. If he attacks Jace, that's fine as well. We have an extra in our hand. We need to commit more to the board with our basic setup right now. And he's getting really lucky we haven't drawn a Sphinx or a Titan yet. Especially since white, well, at least he hasn't shown us any removal that kills any of those. Yep, there's his last Squadron Hawk. There we go. Now we have the Zenith first, though, because his guy's got pro-black, obviously. But, unless he's got another Mirran Crusader, we should be fine. Even a Hero Blade Hold doesn't break through a Grave Titan. Relic Warder doesn't matter. Now we can kill off our Jace. Let's make sure we tap our mana correctly here. He does have a Tectonic Edge. I actually tapped mana incorrectly as I said that. Actually, I think we could play our Jace here, so again, I misplayed. Sorry, I'm trying to get this in through time here. And now we're drawing all our bombs. So he doesn't have any good outs to Grave Titan besides Oblivion Ring. And even that's not a great out because it doesn't actually get him through. Honor the Pure doesn't do anything as well. He can try to double block, but we will kill his dude. And if he tries to block our zombies, we just bounce his Honor the Pure. So we got this game wrapped up. I can't think of any possible outs he could possibly have, not even like All's Dust. So, I mean, All's Dust would take a turn, and we would have had him by then. So that was the first round. I will see you in round 2.